All right, we're on. Yeah, they're absolutely everywhere in here. Let's go ahead and get a bait out. I'm gonna start with just one bait because I don't really know the topography of this area that well. So we're gonna see how one bait does. Look at this. I found the other side of the wall and it's at exactly the right angle to get me out of this rain. The moment you come up this high, you're in the rain. Nothing doing. I have been here for a couple of hours now without a single bite on that line. By bite, I don't mean run. I mean no interest from fish. There's been one turtle that's kind of been picking at it. But that's about it. So I'm thinking we're gonna move to one of the other locations that I have picked out. It's a real shame though, because this was quite a nice area to film on. You guys can see the width of the bank here and how it's relatively flat. That's really nice to film on. I love that. But at the end of the day, if you're not catching fish, you're not catching fish.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Poplar Street.
God, it's just raining everywhere. It's raining a lot more than I thought it would be. So when the clouds like turn and reach to the ground, that's bad, right? Some sketchy weather out here. All of this water looks good. It's just the weather messing with us a little bit. This weather sucks. This weather is insane. It's ridiculous. It will not stop. Like every time I go to a place that's dry, boom, the minute I set up shop, this happens. Try to feel the line, see when it hits the bottom, so I can get an idea of how deep this is. This fish is moving. He is booking it. Yep. Off again. Could be this reel is just not a good choice. All right, slightly new plan. We keep missing fish and I think it's because of our gear choice. So I have been using a Shimano Spheros on a fairly fast action rod. The trouble with that is the Spheros is designed for saltwater, for much faster moving fish, so the drag doesn't engage all the way. So you can tighten it down as much as you want, but when you hit the strike, the drag is designed to give some ground because you're usually going to be using that kind of reel against much quicker fish. So now we're using my original setup of the Daiwa BG on a big cat fever, medium heavy rod. That rod has a softer action, so it won't pull a hook right out of the fish's mouth. So we're gonna see if we can't get a fish with a little switch up. 100% crucial to continuously drink water throughout the day. So many people jump in the comments and they go, you should have drunk water before. It's like, I did. And people will jump on the comments and be like, you should drink water after. I do. You do it constantly, like consistency. That's the key, consistency. Also, for everyone who's gonna say it in the comments, this is not a sweater. This is a specifically designed moisture wicking, heat tolerant fishing shirt. Like, that's the purpose of this shirt. Yep, there's something. I think we're on a blue. We might be on a big catfish. The way I just saw him come up was not gar-like, it was catfish-like. Hell, at this point I'll take almost anything. I think we have a blue cat on here. I think we have a catfish. Alligator gar absolutely would have just pulled some line off by now. It's gonna be amazing when we get it up. Turns out to be just like a turtle. Big red-eared slider. Yeah, decent blue. Look at that. Not a bad fish. He is barely hooked though. It would be just my luck to pop him off on the landing. Come here. Nice fish. Some of these fish, they'll twist and they'll turn when you put your hands in the mouth, and it will get infected. Beautiful fish, yeah. Good 20-pound catfish, I think. Look at his tail. Something's had to go at his tail. Not surprising considering how voracious the fish have been in here. Hard to catch, but very hungry animals. Let's put this one back. Here he goes. Oh, catfish slime. Now look at that catfish. We caught that catfish easily, no drag pulled. The hook is perfect. Multiple times throughout the day we've hooked into fish that has just felt like a brick wall. So there's some big gar in here for sure. It's getting dark, so we're gonna start using our light systems that we have. Ooh, look how fast it's moving. Look at that line just fly off the reel. That fish is determined. Man, it is just smoking that line. Look at that. That's incredible. right, we're on. We've been on several times today, and we have not landed a fish. This is not a guarantee. I let this fish run further than any of the fish so far. I'm using my preferred brand of hook. It's file sharpened. Everything about this is the way I'd want it to be. There he is, there he is. Jumping, jumping, way out there. All right, that's the first time I've seen that, which is a good sign. Really important not to rush this process now. Gar fishing in a word. Yep, jumping, shaking heads. Still on though. Try to reel it down, lower to the water, keep it from jumping again. All right, he's getting close. You guys see how there's a little path in the water hyacinth there? I'm gonna try to see if he'll stick his head in there. So when he kicks, he'll actually come up the bank. Doesn't always work, but it's a little trick that works quite often. Okay, he's right there. Come here. Sinking his weight down. There's the leader. All right, his head's in the right spot. Come on, just jump. There we go. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. Whew. Look at that. There are guys who will spend all day digging around in the fish's mouth for a single hook or the treble. With my modified circle hooks, that is not necessary. This fish is already unhooked. I'm trying to just lift him without using too much of the rope. Oh. Oh. Very nice fish. Quite happy to have that. Oh my God, he's so heavy. Oh. Oh. He's a big one. I mean, relatively speaking, for most fish, this is a big one. For an alligator gar, he'll get to be twice the size easily. Absolutely. Beautiful animal, that. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. This part's fairly easy. He's a good 5.5 feet long. He's pushing 6. Yeah, hear that breath? Hang on, let me get the light on him. I want you guys to see this magnificent animal. Now we can sit in the water with him if need be, but a lot of these fish, look at him, there he goes. Fishing for these animals is very difficult. You can see I'm wearing a lot of that bayou, a lot of the fish slime, but it's worth it. I have been all day trying to get one of these fish, and they have just been giving me a run for my money. The distance at which they are taking that bait into the back of their mouth is astonishing for this zone. I would have thought they'd do it quicker. But man, they're taking their sweet time with these baits. But we finally got one. Nice catfish, nice alligator gar. It's good to get the gar vibes flowing again. It's been a little while. Oh boy, I gotta change clothes. More is coming, stay tuned. Check out these videos here, and I'll catch you guys later.